Welcome to my YouTube channel. Tonight I'm going to be doing an art show. As I said, I do art shows every Tuesday. So tonight's art show is to do with Valentine's Day. So I'm doing an art show of Valentine's Day until Valentine's Day. So that's what I'm doing. So the art show tonight, I'm going to be making a Valentine's card because on the 1st is my sister's birthday, Veronica. So Veronica, if you're watching, happy birthday on Thursday. Yeah, so it's my sister's birthday on Thursday and it's the start of February, so it's the start of Valentine's. So I'm going to be doing Valentine's for my art show. So the first Valentine I'm doing is Valentine's cards. Not Christmas cards, Valentine's cards. So that's what I'm doing tonight. So the paper you need to use if you want to make one of these cool Valentine's cards is this cool paper. Now, if you have a Kmart store or a cheap bargain store, you could probably buy this paper for like $4. I actually paid $4.50. So you could buy this paper for around that price, and it's really good and shiny. So yeah. And what else you would need is some beads. Now, I'll tell you why you need some beads, and you'll find out when I do the art show. So yeah, so you need some beads. You need some black textures or pink. Pink is for love hearts, and you can write for Valentine's Day as well. And then you can have black markers. Now you can use whiteboard markers if you would like to. The next thing you'll need is a pair of scissors. So if your child wants to make this, make sure you have some safety scissors or get an adult with you at all times to supervise you. The next thing you need is a hole puncher. Now this one is a teddy bear hole puncher and it's really cute. So you need one of those if you got that. If you don't, it's okay. And then you need some sticky tape or a stapler. Now the stapler will be for the Valentine's card, which you need, or you can use sticky tape. It's up to you. And then, okay, that's it. That's all you need. And that's how I'm going to be making my Valentine's card tonight. So yeah, so I've used the first piece of paper, was this really nice shiny gold, but I'm not going to use that. I'm going to find something a bit pink, a bit red, and a bit purple for Valentine's Day. So I'm going to just go through my papers, and I know I do have a red, and I know I do have a purple, but I'm definitely going to use a red for the first thing. So I need the red, and then I'm going to grab a purple. So I need those two colours, and I think that's all the paper I will need. So, now I'm going to be using this one for the background, so I don't put any glue or sticky tape or anything on my glass table. So that is what I'm doing. Okay. So I'm using this purple paper first, and I'm placing it down like this on the white paper underneath, which you can tell are right under there. And then I have a red piece of paper, which I'm putting it on top. But before I do that, I have to do the love heart. So to do the love heart, make sure you have a black texture, and make sure you do it at the back of the paper. So the first texture you can use is a whiteboard marker. Make sure it works. So I'm going to use that, and I'm just going to draw my love heart. Okay. So there is my love heart. Now I'm going to cut it out using some scissors. might need that one maybe later. So I'm just going to cut it a bit more. And the top. So there's my love heart. Okay. So then you need the purple paper, and all you're going to be doing is folding the purple paper in half like that. From corner to corner. And then you're going to be folding it again in half, like that. And then you're going to grab the scissors and then you're going to cut it. By opening it up and then cutting it where the line is, just there. And then doing the same thing to this one as well. Okay, so we've got 4 pieces of paper. Now I'm going to be making the card out of this paper. That's why you need a stapler. But first, I'm just going to do the edges to make it look nice. So I'm just going to cut some edges into the card of the paper before I get it all together. So it's like that. And I'm going to do the same thing to this one as well. So I want it all to equal. Some of it will equal and some of it won't, but it really doesn't matter, because it's going to look all the same. That's what I want. That's the point of doing this. If you do one of these Valentine's cards that I'm doing tonight, please let me know. Take some photos. Send them on my media account. I'm on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and Facebook, and Messenger. I would love to see them. If you do send me one, I will give you a shout out on my Twitter account. Okay, so this is how I want them, all nice and shaped. Okay, now I'm going to put them together, but I'm going to put purple first, then white, then purple. So white, purple, purple, and then white. Okay, actually, I might do white, white, that's better, and then purple, because a nice beautiful background. That's what I'm going to do. And then you make sure it's all together and you staple it. 2 staples like that, and then you can open it up. Okay, now I'm going to use some sticky tape to put on that so you don't hurt yourself. So that's why you need some sticky tape. Don't think you'll need any more tape than that. So there we go. Now with the love heart, that's the thing I need. So I'm going to stick the love heart right in the middle, but I'm going to actually make it a bit smaller because I didn't know how big this card would be. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put the love heart on top instead of cutting it and put it right there in the middle there. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do that first before I... Okay, so I want to... Got a hole punch staple on that one. Oops. And a staple on that one. So I want it like that, basically. Okay. Now I'm going to open the card up and put some sticky tape so I don't hurt my fingers. Like that. Then you shut the card and then you can write in it or whatever. So I'm going to write in it, but you can write in it for whoever you want to write in it. I'm going to make this Valentine's card for my husband Mitchell and give it to him on Valentine's Day. So yeah, I like making cards instead of buying cards because when I make a card it just looks really nice. Because when you go to the shops, the cards are very expensive, especially on Valentine's Day, Easter Day, and Christmas Day. They are pretty dear. Last year, when I went Easter shopping and Valentine's shopping and Christmas shopping, I bought Christmas cards, Valentine's cards, Easter cards, and the dearest card of last year was the Valentine's card. I spent $5.95 on my husband Mitchell, which I don't mind spending that much money on my husband, but I'm just saying they're very expensive. My husband spent $6.95 on a Valentine's card, so they're pretty dear. They go to $6.95, $7.95, $8.95 to $9, nearly $10 for a Valentine's card. So if you are on a budget and you don't want to spend too much for Valentine's Day, make one of these Valentine's cards. They will absolutely love them. And it's very easy and it's a very cheap price. You just buy the paper. If you've got some mark pens, you just use those. If you've got some beads, which I'm going to show you why I'm using them, you can use those. If you have a stapler, sticky tape, anything, guys, you can make a really nice Valentine's card for your partner or your husband or your boyfriend or for your daughter. I don't know. Doesn't matter. So, yeah. So, that's why I like making these cards, because it helps people out if they are on a budget and they don't have much to spend. It does help people out, especially me. It helps me out as well. And I watch a lot of YouTubers that do a lot of art shows to do with Valentine's Day and Christmas Day and Easter. And birthdays. I watch a lot of that and it helps me with my channel as well, and it makes me think that I'm that way. I'm the one that has a budget and I can't spend that much on those certain days and years. So that's why I love making something to show you guys that you can do it too. So that's why I love doing them. So just letting you guys know. So yeah. Okay, now this is all I've done so far. Now I'm going to do a pocket. If you didn't watch any of my shows last year, I did a pocket in one of my Valentine's cards last year. So I'm going to do a pocket, and I'm probably going to use this red piece of paper. Now to make a pocket, you need the piece of paper, of course. So you fold the two sides like this. And then you fold this side like that. And you're basically making an envelope in your card. And you can make it that way so it's nice and shiny. It is up to you. So what I'm going to do is put the pocket in the front of the Valentine's card. I think it's much cuter, much easier. So that's what I'm going to do. And you can use sticky tape or stapler. It is up to you. But because I'm putting it on the front of the card, I'm going to actually staple it instead. So that's what I'm going to do.